Let's return to game. Here we are, right where we were. Great. In that case, let's start my recording back up. This is Josiah Plays The Dark Eye Chains of Satinav. We have just gathered all of the leaves that we need for the challenge. The 4 copper oak leaves. And we're going to turn them in here to this chamberlain.
You can still tell that old Newcastle was once an army commander.
The oak leaf challenge. Oops. Nope, don't do that. Alright, let's talk to him.
You again?
I've got all 4 oak leaves.
What? You? Show them to me. Yes, indeed.
Now the dire bunch can see who were the fools all along.
Not so fast. There's one more task ahead of you.
But I've collected all 4 leaves.
Take this town pennant here and hoist it in front of the castle walls.
Oh my. Now that reeks of harassment.
It's meant to be a tribute to the town and your king. You are supposed to show your pride in being a subject of the king of Andergast.
Piece of cake.
So much pride. Do I think I'll have enough games to last through January? Probably. If not, there are a few others that I've got my eye on that I just don't own yet. Everything that was on that list for the poll is something that I already own, so... Unless anybody has any suggestions of games that they think I should definitely try. Lift the pennant. Okay.
Don't mess with that thing, bird catcher.
You literally just told me to lift the pennant.
I see that the town's pennant isn't hoisted today.
He literally just...
All I have to do now is hoist it. That has to go on the crossbar.
Wait. Don't take it.
The birdcatcher has succeeded. That's not a good omen.
You have achieved victory in the Oak Leaf Challenge.
Who would have thought?
In order to receive your honors, you will be allowed to appear before your king today. But someone of your ilk will not be admitted into the presence of the king, just like that. So listen to me carefully.
Whatever you say, Master Chamberlain.
Royal Chamberlain.
My apologies.
First rule. You're only to talk if you are spoken to first. Do not ever interrupt the king. Or me, for that matter. And don't approach the throne closer than 7 paces.
Yes, sir.
You can count to 7, right?
7 is the number that comes after 6.
You will address the king as Your Royal Highness or Your Majesty.
Your Royal Highness. Got it?
Don't cause me any embarrassment. One slip, and you'll have spent your final day in Andergast. All right, let's get this thing over with.
If there's any possibility I can fuck this up, I'm going to.
Newcastle, report.
The young Queen of Nostria will spend some memorable days here in Andergast, Your Majesty.
Have the guards been clothed properly from the armory? And has the messenger with a welcome note finally been sent?
Not only that, my liege. The finest pastries have arrived from Albernian shores. They taste delicious. And we finally managed to cast the role of the rogue Morgul for the soirée. Old Buckledorn will play the part.
An interesting choice.
Buckledorn.
He shall not frighten the queen too much, though.
As you
What a
wish,
rascal.
my liege.
Who is that young lad over there? Is he a carny, too?
Your Majesty, A victor has been named in the minor challenge of the oak leaf for the common folk. It is young Garon from the Tannerhood.
We're definitely gonna fuck this up on purpose, just like when Geralt had to meet the Emperor in The Witcher 3. Siberia games. Actually, I have Siberia on my wish list on GOG, so that's on my radar. And I also have Book of Unwritten Tales 2 on my wish list on GOG. So if it comes down to it, if I run out of games, those would be the first ones I'd be picking up, most likely. We're definitely doing normal address.
Hail to the gods.
It's Your Majesty, my boy.
Pardon me, Your Majesty.
The youngster is the stepchild of Ranger Gwynling.
Is that so?
The stepchild.
I don't know.
Show some respect for the king, man-child.
Old Gwynling. Without him, we'd probably still be fearing the seer to this day.
Your Majesty, don't forget that...
He paid his dues. Be that as it may, I hereby proclaim you winner of the Oak Leaf Challenge, Garon.
Thus spoken and sealed in the 1889th year of independence.
May you make Andergast proud, my boy.
You may thank the king and rise now.
I thank you for this honor, Your Majesty.
Your audience is over now.
Wait. Say, didn't you learn the trade of the hunt from Gwynling, Garon?
He taught me one or two things, all right, but I'm still at the beginning of my career.
Each journey starts with the first step. Say, Sir Newcastle, have the attempts to rid the royal guest chambers of those nasty crows been successful yet?
Your Majesty, we're doing all we can.
But
They're proving themselves quite obstinate, my liege. Nasty little buggers indeed, those crows.
I've been hearing that for days now.
The servants are doing the best they can.
Not good enough, it seems. It would constitute an insult to the Queen of Nostria. Garon, do you think you can deal with crows?
They're just birds like every other kind. You bait them, scoop them, grab hold of them.
Well, that's good news. I hereby charge you with the mission of ridding the royal guest chamber of all crows.
But your Majesty...
The whole court is terribly busy, Newcastle.
Oh, no.
I'm sure you can use a helping hand.
Of course, my liege. I'm just saying... Well, you know what people say about him.
I'm not inclined to bother with the superstitions of the plebs. It is concluded. Take the man-child to the ravaged chambers at once.
Very well, my liege.
Fulfill your charge well, Garon, and we'll meet again. The fate of Andergast lies in your hands.
It's finding the ravens
will not
all over
disappoint
again.
you, my king.
Finding the ravens all over again.
You have brought me some serious trouble already, young man. I hope you won't cause us any more bad luck.
I'll
Whatever
do my
you're a
best.
douche.
The crows have been at it in here since yesterday. You can see for yourself what damage they've done. In just a few days, the Queen of Nostria will arrive. These are the only appropriate chambers for a guest of that importance.
This must have been a nice room once.
Spare your cheeky comments. You'd better start catching those crows. And I said catch, not kill. King Afadan's wife doesn't want any bad omens, you hear?
Got it. I'll think of something.
I have to catch
And don't let
them,
your
not
fingers
kill
get
them.
sticky.
Oh, my fingers are going to get sticky as a mug. Alright, here we are. A lot of things I can interact with in here. I think my first step in... Look at the art in this game, though. It's really good. Really nice. What's up with this rug?
It must be worth a fortune.
Take the rug.
Softer than my bed.
Can't take the rug. Okay. There's a crow. 3 crows. Stag's head.
Gwynling's old stuffed owl has nothing on this thing, I must admit. This is bound to batter someone to death, loose as it is. This is...
We need to tighten up the stag's head, maybe.
Rumor has it there are secret passages throughout the castle. I'll find out if this is one of them eventually. But first, I'll deal with the crows. What a massive fireplace. Useless pageantry. Who needs so many candles burning at the same time anyway?
That's a good question. Did I just take the whole chandelier?
Useless pageantry. Who needs so many candles burning at the same time anyway?
Yeah, it's the Odin's Ravens again. Alright, we got some crows.
Perhaps Gwynling is right. Something's wrong with those crows. Too far away.
Cast the net.
This could be easy, if only the birds couldn't fly away.
Hit it with the cane.
I'm supposed to catch them, not kill them.
Just stun it. Do you like music, Mr. Crow?
I doubt that me playing the flute will attract anything.
Can I
Not
pay
this
the
way.
crow? Hello, do you like shiny
Not
things?
like this.
What if I use the
A
egg?
bird catcher needs two things. A proper trap and the right bait.
So it worked. I combined the trap and the bait.
A bird catcher needs two things. A proper trap.
Can I just set this down? Right here now? Well, I got one.
What was that?
Nothing. Everything's fine. I've caught the first bugger. Regrettably, that was the only bait I had. I've caught the first bugger.
Alright. I don't have anything else to put the...
That's a good idea, but I'll have to set up the net somewhere.
Alright, what's going
This
on
might
with the
batter the
stag's
Queen
head?
of...
Did I just take the whole stag's
Softer
head?
than my bed. Gwynling's old stuffed owl has nothing on this thing, I must admit.
The deer antler.
A 6-pointer and an 8-pointer.
Get him with the antlers.
Why on earth should I do that?
What are you, a cop? Ah, a fixture.
The mount is all bent. No wonder the stag fell down.
Can I put the stag back? I can.
This is bound to... This is bound...
Can I put a net on the stag's
I'll
head?
hang the net between the antlers. But where do I fasten it on the lower end?
I need something. I need to put the chandelier in the fireplace. Then I can put the net on the antlers. But now how do I get them to fly in there?
How am I supposed to reach that? What on earth makes them destroy everything in here? I'll never be able to catch them with my bare hands.
I need some kind of bait, or I need to scare them into... What about...
Help yourself and Fex will be with you.
Not going to do any good.
Not this way.
Oh, I've used up a lot of the stuff in my inventory.
Gwynling would not approve. I'm supposed to catch them, not kill them.
Money? Maybe they like shiny
All I can
things.
attract with that is magpies.
Oh, come on! You could attract them with that.
I'll only bend their feathers a bit.
Am I missing something I could interact with in here?
Softer than my bed.
What if I put the cock crow into the net? Oh, with the same bait that's already in there? This last crow is not amused. Hopefully there won't be any cause for concern. Oh, Nox. Whoa, what's going on here?
You spell doom.
Oh, it's the seer when they were burning him at the stake.
Just as I thought.
What? Where am I? The execution. The seer.
Silence! No bad omens. And to think I put in a good word to the king for you.
What happened?
I know what will happen. You'll catch those crows by the hour of 6 this evening, or you'll be put in the pillory.
The crows. Right. I don't suppose this was successful.
The sand in your hourglass is wasting away, birdcatcher. It will run out at the hour of 6 this evening.
This dream, it... Pull yourself together, Geron, and start to deal with those crows already. The king trusts me. I can't let him down. Perhaps Gwynling found something that can help me while he was dissecting the bird.
Okay. I've won the challenge. The king granted me an audience and presented me with a task that is of high importance to me. 3 nasty crows have invaded the royal guest chambers prepared to house the Queen of Nostria. This calls for the help of a bird catcher. This dream, was that the seer at the stake? Those strange crows must have bewitched me. Be that as it may, if I can't catch the wicked beast by the 6th hour of evening, the pillory awaits me. Perhaps Gwynling will know what to do.
Why are you loitering here, birdcatcher? You have no business in the castle.
I need to see the king again.
Did you find a way to catch the crows?
Not yet, but...
So you better hurry. Go on.
Trogar once caught me in the castle pantry. I still wonder what his business was in there. The crank for hoisting the pennant.
Let's go back here. I mean, I don't even have a bird trap or a net or anything anymore.
Geralt, I heard you won the challenge. What was your prize?
I have to catch some crows for the king.
I say, as a bird catcher, that must be a breeze for you.
Yeah, sure. That's why I have to run. The king doesn't like to wait.
Whatever you say, Geralt. See you.
Ah, the birdcatcher. I was about to take a break, but I'll play a little tune in honor of your victory.
If you wish, but I can't stay and listen. I've got to run. Got to do things, you know.
Too bad. Well, I'll play something anyway.
I will also play something.
Nobody would like that.
It's the same damn song you were just playing.
The birdcatcher.
Yeah, play something that drives away the crows.
How do you mean?
Nothing. I have to run. Have things to do.
Too bad.
Alright, so before I do anything else, I actually should just go talk to... They're not going to let me go to the academy just
By
because
now, you should have learned that you have no business here, bird catcher.
Let me go talk to Gwynling. That's an awkward run.
Good day, blacksmith.
Sod off, bird catcher.
I won the challenge.
I guess that spells doom for the whole town.
Nonsense.
So, have you been knighted?
No.
Good night, Saito. Thanks for coming by. Have a good one. Good to see ya.
Keep on forging.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, the two assholes aren't standing here anymore. I don't see any crows around.
I'm going to succeed. You'll see. It's just that a few things aren't going the way they should at the moment, that's all. I'm going to succeed.
A miniature catapult. That blacksmith must make a lot of forgeries. Ah.
Geron, you turned up at the right time.
He sure seems to have gone through a mood change. That can't be good.
You'll have to catch a fairy for me, as quickly as possible.
A fairy? What's gotten into you?
We don't have much time. Help me.
A fairy? You're tripping.
What do you need a fairy for? Is she supposed to drive away the crows for you?
I may be wrong, but perhaps the seer is back.
Again with this horror story. You're not making any sense. You'd better help me expel the crows from the royal guest chambers.
Later. For now, just do what I tell you.
How could the seer possibly be back? He's dead, isn't he?
We all watched him die, but now not only the crows have returned.
But the magpies too?
Murders, Geron, where none should occur. First Knight Ulderich, now Magister Dorata. They were the ones who put the seer at the stake. Who knows what else will happen?
What's a fairy got to do with the seer?
Not a fairy, the fairy. You have to catch her before someone else does.
What does the seer want with the fairy?
Only she can unleash the power of the magic harp.
Magic harp?
No man, not even the seer, can play it without dying. By the gods. If he's back, everything will start all over.
You aren't making any sense to me, old man.
Wait a minute, are you telling me this everything revolves around bardsmanship here?
What powers does the harp hold?
Nobody knows. But it is said that when the harp sounds, Andergast will perish. That's why you have to catch the fairy. She is the key.
What did the seer want with the harp?
He longed for her because she was the gateway to his power. Or that's what he thought, anyway.
Tell me more about that magic harp.
I don't know. It is said to be from the realm of the fairies.
Is this the one in the drawing?
This is what she might look like. Who can be sure?
Oh, that's the harp. Drawn on there. I never really noticed what that picture was. I thought it was some sort of, anatomical thing.
How do you know so much about the seer?
It was I who led all those heroes to him. To his hideout in the Stone Oak Forest.
You were part of the hero's quest?
Hunters and scouts. We caught him. And then we burnt him.
And now a knight and a magician are dead.
Just trust me, and all will be fine.
Why haven't you told me all this before?
Now is not the time.
Well, obviously, it never was the time. How did you catch that crow over there?
A certain attractant, but it needs water that's been touched by fairy magic.
Oh,
So
come
I
on,
would
now
have
you're
to
just
go where
making
the
that
fairy
up.
lives anyway.
That's right.
Hashtag making shit up.
If I catch the fairy, will you help me with the king's crows?
Promise. But would you please hurry now?
You don't have to tell me that.
Now every damn thing I ever need is gonna be like, oh, I need some fairy shit too. Yeah, fairy also on that. It's just gonna say that everything has to do with fairies now until I do the fairy thing for him.
And with this fairy water, I'll be able to catch my crows?
Yes. All the other ingredients are easy to find.
Splendid! The king will be amazed. All right. How do I catch a fairy?
The fairy lives in a hidden place in the Stone Oak Forest, near an old but sealed fairy portal. Look about 2 midden miles north of the Old Finger, where the oneberries grow. If you hear the great waterfall, you're in the right place.
Oh, I'll find that place all right.
Try to
Fuck
lure
is
the
a
fairy
midden
out of her
mile?
hollow by playing your flute. She's nosy, but
Finally,
also
the
very
flute is
shy.
useful.
And then I'll catch her with a cage.
Fairies can be deceiving. Don't let her put a spell on you.
Not to worry. If she's got wings, I'll catch her.
But what if she doesn't have wings? Finally, we get to use the flute for something.
I'm on my way now.
You mustn't fail.
Much easier to catch a fairy than just get another dove's egg, right?
What's written here? The print is so small.
What are you doing there? Don't you have a task to attend to?
Gwynling rummaged through the whole... He looks completely tired out. He's been haunted by those nightmares. I'm beginning to...
Hey, is the cage fixed?
Looks like Gwynling has fixed everything. Is the cage fixed yet?
Yes, and take better care of it next time.
I got the cage.
Looks like Gwynling has fixed everything. Help yourself and Fex will be with you.
Want some music?
So I can lure the fairy with the flute.
You'll make a fool of yourself, I'm sure, but it will have to do.
Wow, thanks for the vote of confidence.
What's brewing this time?
A remedy for those damn crows. But without fairy magic, it won't be of any use.
How do you know?
How does the wolf know how to hunt? I told you to keep your hands off that. You'll probably just break it.
Might I need a hinge, or a closet door, or a catapult?
I'm going to operate a piece with not...
Closed trunk.
Their picture is fading more and more. I hardly have any I'm going to... It's just that if...
Alright. I don't think causing the barrels to collapse right now has any value. I think I just need to leave town now. I don't think I have any reason to do anything with anybody in town at the moment.
Good day, Andros. You're still not talking to me? Thought so. Good day, blacksmith.
Sod off, bird catcher.
It's about to be fairy catcher.
Keep on forging.
Oh, shut up.
Garon, I heard you. What was your...
We already had this discussion.
I have have to...
I...
Yeah, that's...
Whatever you...
But what if I want the cheese?
Hands off. You shouldn't be stealing.
Too far away. I can't reach it. I don't need that. No, what use is that supposed to be?
I don't think I have any reason to go this way either, but just to double check.
I'm too occupied with other things right now, so I don't really want to pray. I should have never participated in this challenge, but not all is lost yet.
Why are you loitering here, Birdcatcher?
I need to see...
Did you find...
Not yet.
Sorry, go on.
Trogo wants... I still...
Yeah. Nothing to do over here right now. Time to go this other way. To actually leave town, I think. We'll be back, though, town! We'll be back.
Very well, then. Hello there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What?
Nothing. You're doing all right. Just keep practicing. I'm not even here. You're all alone in the woods and nobody's here to judge you. Not even me. See how I'm gone?
That must be her. Stop. Wait.
Let's do some more luring.
I've got a beautiful melody for you. Listen to this.
Just keep on playing.
Will you come out of there?
Who?
Why, you, of course.
Who, me? Have you forgotten you're all alone?
I'm not alone. You are here.
And who else?
Nobody?
Aha! If you were a friend of the forest, they'd all be here. The moss hogs and the hazel ferrets. The pebble crane would even rain on you from the skies to honor you. And the wood foxes would build a magnificent bonfire, and everyone would dance.
What?
But as you are not a friend of the forest, everyone just stayed at home.
Okay, I don't want any birds to, quote, rain on me from the skies. I'm good without that happening. Thanks.
If I were a friend of the forest, would you come out then?
Yes, in that case we'd have something to talk about. We'd have to stand in awkward silence otherwise.
And in order to be a friend of the forest, I'd have to...
Have friends, that's right. Resin rats, for example. Or paper finches.
And where would I find those?
If you don't have any friends, you'll have to make them up.
What on earth has Gwynling foisted upon me?
I like this fairy.
So I'm supposed to just make up a friend?
A forest friend, that's right. He'd have to be made from the forest. Friends of forest friends are my friends too.
So...
A forest friend...
I'll be back in a minute.
Rain of bird spore, yeah. Alright.
The little fairy is nowhere to be seen. Hello? I'll be back in a minute. I haven't played in many years.
Just keep on playing.
I wonder what happens if I keep on playing.
Just keep on playing.
In before, if you do this like 50 times,
Just keep on playing.
you get to skip the forest friend thing and she just comes out. Alright, pile of leaves.
Guess I'll have to dig in the foliage then. Ow! No fairy, just a hedgehog.
The hedgehog could be our
The
friend.
hedgehog scurried away. The hedgehog scurried away.
Those wooden
Chestnut.
marbles grow all over my realm.
Chestnuts.
Help yourself. I have plenty of those.
Sounds like it'd be a druid cantrip.
New projectiles for my catapult. Well, that makes this expedition halfway worthwhile.
Catapults. Hint, hint.
The little fairy is nowhere to be seen. All right, what makes a fairy fly into a cage on her own free will?
Oh, I just took the cage.
Looks like Gwynling has fixed everything. What a peculiar snail shell. It's like an elven cornucopia from the old tales. What a peculiar snail shell.
Guess there's nowhere else to go on this particular map. It doesn't seem to be scrolling or anything. I love this art though. This place. Oh, now it's scrolling. Everything looks really cool. These waterfalls and everything are really cool.
No, please stay. I seldom have visitors.
All right.
Oh, I can't leave.
The hedgehog scurried away. The hedgehog scurried away.
Aha!
Very well. Perhaps Gwynling will settle for a hedgehog in case I can't catch the fairy.
Hedgehog in a cage.
That has to be a Thuranian hedgehog. There's no kind that has longer spikes.
Serves you right, spiky guy. You shouldn't always sting our guests. No wonder no one ever comes to visit us.
Ow! Ow! That has to be a There's no
Oh, I've got hedgehog spikes.
long and pointy needles. Nothing. No fairy. Wherever did I get that idea?
I'm sure they'll grow back. I'm sure they'll grow back.
He won't eat those.
Will he eat this?
He won't eat those.
Come on. Will he eat these?
Huh? No.
Would he like? Does he like music?
You scare him.
You scare him.
Ow!
What if I set him free?
My talent only affects inanimate objects.
What else could I do with the pile of leaves?
A little fairy is... Hello?
Oh, I can just present the hedgehog now. Okay.
Look at my hedgehog. He's my friend.
But you had to imprison him so that he stays with you. That's no way to treat a friend.
I'll be back in a minute.
How do I let him out, then?
Ow!
Hammer.
I'd rather not.
Cane.
That's no help at all. Why on earth should I do that?
I don't know, because...
Not a very bright idea. Nothing. Nothing.
Like there's nothing else I can interact with.
No, please stay. I seldom have visitors.
All right.
She wants me to stay, but she doesn't want to come out and talk to me. I mean, there's literally only two things I can interact with besides her. And that's...
I could really use some sleep.
I tried giving it the chestnuts and the acorn. It didn't work.
He won't eat those.
I tried both.
He won't eat those. No time to experiment.
Do you command magic?
No.
Neither do I. Not much anyway.
My talent only affects Of course not. No time to experiment. Gwynling would not approve. Lure the fairy out of her hollow playing the flute. Great idea, Gwynling. All right. This one goes here. That one there. This one over there. Chestnut mannequin.
Oh, I made a friend. Chestnut mannequin.
My very best forest friend. That's because he's mute. I've had better ideas.
I got a chestnut mannequin.
Hello? Well, now, a chestnut king.
It is I! King of the
Really?
chestnuts.
Yeah, he rules the realm of the chestnuts and he's my friend.
I'm deeply honored, your tiny majesty.
Garon here is my dearest friend of the forest, my lady fairy.
He's voice acting.
Both of you may enter.
Da-na-na-na.
Finally.
Yay.
The little fairy is nowhere. I thought you wanted to come out.
I'm not letting the king of the chestnuts stand in the street. Please come in.
In we go. This is cool.
What a strange place.
What a cool fairy domain.
Dolls made of bulbs with hats made of leaves. But where is the...
Hello. I am Nuri Dari Nelavunda, and this is Miss Greenbald, Finkel and Hinkle, the Turnip Ghosts, and Plapperap. To make it simple,
Plapperap.
you can call me Nuri. Why are you looking at me like that? Are you... in love?
Now that's unfortunate. I thought you were a fairy. All this nonsense completely in vain.
Of course I am a fairy. What else could I be?
You're a human, just like I am. You're much too tall for a blossom fairy and a man-sized fairy.
We'll turn you into a radish at once if you don't keep quiet.
Oh no. The dolls, No, please. Please don't do it. I'm just a simple bird catcher. How was I supposed to know?
I'm just fooling around. I can't turn anyone into a radish. In fact, I can't turn anyone into anything anymore.
But you are a fairy?
Yes. Why?
I really hope that she's not actually fairy, that she's just a crazy person who believes she's a fairy. That would be so much better. I'm going to proceed on the assumption that she's a crazy person who believes she's a fairy.
Would you like to come with me?
Why? Do you want to show me your world, which must be full of humans?
Yes.
With roofs made from wooden shingles?
Exactly. I can show you those.
Oh, that's marvelous. But no, I can't leave here. I must stay near the fairy gate.
Fairy gate?
Is this the fairy gate? Does it lead to your world?
Not anymore. It's been sealed.
Did you come from the fairyland?
Yes. And hopefully I'll never go back there.
Why can't you just come with me?
If I leave here, I get sick. The only thing that keeps me alive in this world is the magic of the fairy gate.
How's that?
It is my well. Without its water, my soul dries up. Like a plant.
Why don't you want to go back to your home?
That's just the way it is.
Well, all right. To each their own secrets. Couldn't you just take a part of the magic with you?
How could I do that?
Let me think about it. I'll be back in a minute.
I can solve this puzzle.
They say you shouldn't look into a fairy's face for too long. Otherwise you'll fall under her spell.
Did you come up with an idea yet?
I'm still thinking.
What is she wearing on her head? It's awfully big for a fairy.
Have you seen my waterfall yet? It keeps flowing downwards, even at night.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of things here. Been a while since we saved. What do we have here? Leather ribbons. Leather strips! If only our character from 7 could find these. It's a wealth of them.
They're probably for a new set of wind chimes. Well, I guess she has to occupy herself with something to kill time. Can I borrow one of these ribbons?
Not those. I wanted to use them to... No, I can't remember what I wanted with them. I'll give them to you as a present.
Thanks.
They're probably for a new set. Well, they say you shouldn't. Otherwise, you'll.
Did you come up with an idea?
I'm still.
Let's see. All kinds of weird stuff hanging from the tree, but I can't interact with any of it. Look at this brittle. Oh, I can definitely break that with my mind powers.
The stone is all wet. Maybe I can get to the water if I deepen this cut a bit.
Or at least use the hammer on it or something.
Whoever sealed this fairy gate certainly wasn't weak. Is that a magic well? It doesn't even look like a gate.
Why? What do you think it's supposed to look like? You're strange.
I keep hearing that. I'm not going to climb up there. All kinds of things could happen if I touch this gate. She cut their roots and dressed them in clothes made of leaves. What in the name of the unknown does the seer want with this fairy?
Go on, say hello to them.
What?
Go on.
Hello, Hinkle and Finkel and whatever your names are.
Go on.
What?
Go on. Go on. Go.
I can't leave, right? Oh, I can leave.
Nothing. Poor snail. At least the hedgehog seemed to like it. Get out of there.
Ah, so I can reuse the cage.
What a peculiar snail shell. The hedgehog scurried. The hedgehog's...
No, please stay. I seldom have visitors.
All right.
Okay, so I can't go back that way. But I can get this cage. And the snail
It's
shell.
like an elven corner.
I could use that as like a cup to fill up with water.
Looks like Gwynling has fixed everything.
Can I do anything with the mandrakes? What if I put the chestnut mannequin with them?
My chestnut king doesn't mingle with common root folk.
He doesn't mingle with them. Do they like flute music?
Why don't you play something for my friends?
Maybe some other time.
Why don't you play something for my... Then they'll like you.
That would be a first. No, what use is that? She might have enough of those, living in an oak tree forest and all.
Would you like a hammer?
I'll keep that.
Would you like a cane?
What is that?
A walking cane.
Why are you carrying it if it's able to walk?
Because... never mind.
A walking cane. I get it. Want some money?
I must be completely out of my mind.
Want a chestnut mannequin?
I think King Chestnut makes a better companion for you than for me.
Welcome, Your Majesty. We'll have to make a little crown for him.
Well, you do that. They say you
Did you come up with an idea?
Well, she took the chestnut king. Want a leather ribbon?
Thanks for the ribbon.
What ribbon?
Never mind. I think she'd better not know of the snail yet. Doesn't work.
Can I put you in a cage?
Damn it, Gwynling! Why must you always be so inaccurate? Wherever did I get that idea?
Alright, my inventory's back to just one page. So... let's say I put... no, let's say I put this here.
Gwynling would not approve. It isn't going to work this way.
Do you command magic?
No.
Hammer?
Oh, water.
There's a magic glow from deep within. I mustn't touch the fairy water.
So can I use this now?
Very well. But how do I seal the snail shell now?
I have to seal it, huh? Can I just use this acorn as a cap?
Interesting. The acorn fits on the end of the snail shell like a cork. I should still fasten it somehow.
Oh, and then I have the leather ribbon.
The acorn fits on... I should... It would be much safer if she could wear it round her neck. She might just leave it somewhere otherwise.
There we go, snail shell.
A cornucopia medallion.
Go on, say hello.
What?
Go on.
But what do I do with the mandrakes?
Yes?
Look what I've made for you.
You've tied Yerk of the snail to a leather ribbon.
No, look. The snail shell is filled with water from the fairy gate. Now you can come with me.
Really?
Just try it. Alrighty, let's go.
Honestly, she's not too bright if she couldn't have figured out a way to get some water, to carry some water around with her all this time.
You have to show me everything. Where do we go first?
We have to go to Andergast.
Is that where you live?
That's one way of expressing it.
Which way? This way.
Wait.
Please tell me she's a crazy person and not a real fairy.
Look, Geron. A magnificent bird.
This plague gets worse and worse. Come, there's the town gate.
I just want to say hello to him.
This unkempt black witch's beast?
Says the ugly, pale-faced pig-eater.
Hello, Raven.
I advise you to avoid the town.
What's he saying?
Two dark figures tiptoe past the gate. They're on the lookout for your fairy friend.
Who says she's a fairy?
I am a fairy.
She's lying. How come you can talk anyway? And how do you know everything?
I once made a big mistake, so the gods punished me by giving me the conscience of a man.
Birds don't make mistakes. Birds just do whatever it is that birds do.
You mean like the crows in this town?
Why don't you regale us with a cheerful tale?
Stay away from him, Nuri. Something's wrong here.
But all creatures have the gift of speech, Geron.
That's not important. Come on, you'll be safe with me and Gwynling.
Even though we want to squeeze
Why is
the
the
juice
door
out of
open?
you.
This is where you live?
Something's wrong here.
Look at this mess.
Is this blood? By the gods, there's somebody here. The fairy. I have to hide her.
Oh, there is blood. Catapult.
Their picture is fading. I must be completely out of my mind. As if I wasn't in enough trouble already.
Let's go upstairs.
No! I didn't have time to tidy up there.
Let's go upstairs.
No, I didn't. Damn moths.
Let's go upstairs.
No, I didn't have time.
Let's go upstairs.
No, I didn't.
On what is this?
Don't touch.
On what is...
Don't. I'm going to operate a piece with no...
What's in there? Whoops. No imp in the box, but costumes instead.
They're supposed to stay in there.
What's in there? Whoops. No imp in the box.
They're supposed to stay in there.
She's messing with everything! Cage.
Damn it, Gwynling. Why must... Yindrik's father forged that when Yindrik...
Are those your friends?
My parents.
What if I turn the picture upside down?
Don't touch.
Can I do something about that hinge right now?
Hanging loose again, but I'll have to deal with that later. Look, Nuri, this is exciting.
I'm tricking
Is that
her
a
in.
cave?
Yes, wait in there until you see a bright light.
Who's this? Hello. I am Nuri Dari Nelavanda, but Geron calls me Nuri.
I have to find out what's going on here.
Just trapped her in the closet.
I must be as if I were...
Let's go upstairs.
No, I didn't...
Okay, I guess I need to go upstairs and see what's going on. A house of ill reflute. Holy shit! This just got dark.
By the gods. What happened here? Your eyes! Who did this to you?
The seer. He's back.
Don't move. I'm with you now.
He sent his creatures for me. The fairy. You'll have to... They...
Gwynling! Gwynling, stay with me!
Oh, jeez. Poor Gwynling. This just got dark, you guys.
What kind of creatures were they?
Creatures of the night. Strangers in a strange world.
What did they look like?
They had pale faces and pointy claws.
Nosferatu!
What did the attackers want from you?
The old fairy. Scholar. He'll be the next.
What do they want with the fairy?
He needs her, but he mustn't get her.
What did you tell them?
I spit at them with my own blood.
What fairy, Scholar?
Ah.
Please don't die. Not now.
He travelled with us back then. 13 years ago. He was the one who sealed the gate to the fairyland.
Where is he now?
It was all in vain.
Where is the fairy, Scholar?
In the blood barrier at the Red Lake.
Well, that doesn't
He went
sound
to
convenient.
the Auckland?
It's too late now. All is lost.
Yeah, it sounds like we're pretty much fucked.
What will happen with the fairy now?
There's only one solution.
What way is that?
You'll have to kill her.
Wait,
it's
what?
the only way that Seer can be stopped.
What? No, I'm not a murderer.
In that case, Andergast will perish.
I can't kill the fairy.
You'll have to do it.
Surely there must be another way.
Don't be a fool. His power is beyond the realm of your imagination.
Gwynling?
There. I can hear them. The black wings.
Gwynling, no!
No. No. No, 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 no! What am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do? I can't kill the fairy. I'm not going to change my mind again. There must be another way. The fairy, Scholar. The Red Lake in the blood barrier. The king can deploy his knights there. They'll know how to defeat the seer. I must go to the castle immediately to warn them, and everything will be fine.
Everything will be
There's
fine.
the witch! Don't look into her eyes! Witch, take her to the stake to burn!
Oh no.
Oh no. Nuri!
They've already got her up there? Hashtag everything will be fine, you guys. He said everything will be fine. Let's see how fine everything will be.
They'll burn the fairy. There's no way the fairy can climb over to the warehouse on this rickety wall. As if I wasn't in enough trouble already. How can I get her down from there?
First of all, how did she get up there?
I need something to knock it loose. I'll just get the barrels to roll. If I'm lucky, they'll cut off the mob. I'll just get... If I'm... I don't think they're in the mood for negotiation. Out of reach. I can't reach it. How in the name of the unknown has she gotten up there? Nuri!
Geron, your humans are mad at me. I'm afraid that they'll do me harm.
Yeah. It kind of seems like they might be in the doing harm mood.
What did you do? I told you to stay in the room.
I got bored, so I took a walk. I wanted to see a town. In the big courtyard, all the animals had been caged. I felt so sorry for them.
So you opened the cages?
Yes, then I stumbled and there was a terrible noise. All of the bowls and...
Why didn't you stay in the cabinet?
I didn't want to do any harm. Ask the raven, he saw it all.
How did you get up there anyway?
I can't remember. I was scared of your humans, and the next thing I knew I was up here. But now, I can't get down.
Those are not my humans.
Well,
I don't think...
Can I just leave? Oh, I can.
What's written here? The seer is bound to destroy us all with his magic harp, and that's why he needs my fairy? That's madness!
Broken
It doesn't
knife.
cut anything anymore.
Well, we're gonna take it anyway.
At least it's a memento of Gwynling.
The broken knife.
It doesn't cut anything.
Can I hammer that knife back together?
It's already broken.
That's not how that works. Gwynling, a song for the departed.
I'll have to take care of the fairy now. They ripped out his eyeballs. How can he find his way to Firon's hunting grounds now? Farewell, Gwynling.
Poor Gwynling.
I'll have to take care of the...
Put the coins over his eyes?
The prices for herbs have risen yet again.
No, we don't do that, apparently.
Your walking cane.
I just gave him his cane back.
I'll have to take care...
Well, guess I'm not going to need that cane anymore.
They ripped out... How can he... Farewell.
The pot thing that was over here is smashed on the ground. See, it's got a yellow thing, though, which implies to me that there's still something I can do with him.
What for?
But maybe not, like, right at this moment.
I'm going to succeed. It's just that...
What about the hinge now?
I can't rip it off. I need a hammer.
Oh, now you're ready to use the hammer on it. I just took the entire door?
This is all such a nightmare. Damn! I'm going to operate peace with... It can't launch anymore. The string has rotted away. Long enough for a bridge.
I have the cabinet door.
Your fairy is in danger, Night Hare.
Oh, it's you again.
A mob has amassed. They want to burn her like a witch. Go and help her before it's too late.
What did the fairy do?
She ran off and set all the animals free. All hell broke loose. They almost caught your friend, but she fled to the top of the wall.
Why do they want to burn Nuri like a common witch?
That came up when she fell into the booth with the clay bowls. She raised an awful ruckus, and when everybody was looking in her direction, she fixed all the broken goods with a spell.
She has the ability to repair things with magic?
Yes. just like a witch does. And a stake can be set up in no time.
I have to rescue her.
She got the opposite magic of me. She has mending.
Why don't you help?
I am a raven. What can I do?
Giving smart replies and making sinister threats, that's what. You buggers are nothing but bad luck.
Now that's helpful. Why don't you get with it and get her down from there before it's too late?
I'll come up with something. You keep quiet.
Hurry.
Is this chatty bird following me?
I am of no importance. You'd better take care of the fairy.
Huh? No. Not now. I can't just leave the fairy to the mob's mercy. I'll just get... If I'm not especially not... They'll burn the fairy. I don't think...
I know what to do. I'll calm the crowd with the flute. Bardsmanship.
This will make them even more mad.
Jody, I was just about to say, it's gonna Joe Deaver whip the mob into an even greater frenzy. This will make them even more mad, he said. Here's 2 Kreutzer, go away.
I don't think... Firmly wedged in. I need some... Firmly wedged... A single rope for all the barrels?
Oh, if I could get her to repair the knife.
As if I wasn't in enough trouble already. How can I get her down from there? Nuri!
Geron, your humans are mad at me. I'm afraid that they'll do me harm.
Can you really perform proper magic, Nuri? Like fixing broken things?
Most of the time I can. Fixing things is easy.
Can you fix this knife with your magic?
Sure.
Do I have to throw it to you or something?
That's not necessary.
It really is fixed. Thank you.
Will you rescue me now?
I'm on it.
Now I can cut the rope.
A single rope for all the barrels? Like it had never been broken. Very well. First the rope, then the stake. No. Wait a minute. The other way around. Otherwise the barrels will crush me down there.
I have to get rid of the stake first. What if I use the cabinet door?
I have to build a bridge to our house for her.
Yeah. That's why I'm using...
The door isn't long enough.
The door.
Long enough for a bridge.
Literally says long enough for a bridge.
I have to build a bridge. No time to experiment. I'm out of ideas.
Alright. Let's go. Use the hammer on the stake.
I'm not strong, especially... I'll just get the barrel. If I'm lucky, they'll...
Alright, now I go back up here. Cut the rope.
As if I wasn't in it. How can...
Please, Geron, hurry up.
Can't she come down exactly how she got up? How did she get up?
How in the name of the unknown has she gotten up there? Here you go. Free beer for all. But the fairy is still trapped. That won't slow the mob down for long.
Alright, now I'll try using the door.
I'll have to do that from Gwynling's window.
Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't sure. If he leaves the fairy to the Fob's mercy, he won't have to bother about murdering her. You've got a good point.
Geron, they've begun to throw stones.
This way! Nuri, come now!
What happened here?
No time. We have to get out of town.
Is he dead?
Don't think about him. We have to go. He wanted you to die, and if we stay here, he'll get his wish.
What? How do you know that?
Before he died, he asked me to kill you. But I won't do that. I will protect you. So please trust me and come already.
You can come out now. The mob has calmed down.
That was the gong for the 6th hour of evening. I was supposed to be a hero by now.
A hero?
The king asked me to get rid of a plague of crows in the castle. I would have shown them all.
Get rid of a plague of crows? I prefer saviors of fairies.
I can never go back.
That's for the best anyway. The creatures who killed your mentor would find you immediately.
How come you know so much? Why are you helping us?
I have my reasons. Night Hare. Good thing those creatures didn't find you before me.
Night Hare?
Geron, what are we going to do now?
We'll travel to the Red Lake in the Blood Barrier. Into Auckland.
Into Auckland? I hope you know what you're doing.
Gwynling said
like,
something
what?
about a fairy scholar. He will know about, about you, Nuri. He'll help you.
Perhaps he can show me how to use magic again, without any pain.
Yes, I'm sure he can.
What do you think, Raven?
It's a possibility.
The scholar mustn't send me back to my home, though. I'll never go back there.
Come on. I want to be as far away from this place as possible when the sun goes down.
Poor boy. He's taking desperation for determination.
I trust him.
You know that his mentor told him to kill you.
I know. He told me. But he won't do it. He'll take me to safety and together we'll see the world. Ah, that will be marvelous. Geron, wait. Don't worry, Raven. He's not going to do anything foolish.
I hope you're right, my child.
Yay. I think we finished chapter 1.
For the first time in his life, Geron was leaving home. He didn't know exactly where the Red Lake was, or whether he would be able to find the fairy scholar there, or how he might be able to help him. So he just followed the road towards the north. How could he have known where this journey would take him?
I don't know where this journey will take him. Where will this journey take him?
Nuri had left all her sorrows behind. Finally, she was free. And as soon as they found the fairy scholar, she would even be able to command magic again. Then she would put a rainbow bird in every tree, and would paint a happy face on Geron. Meanwhile, Geron was haunted by the voice from his dreams, and its horrific prophecy filled his heart with doubt.
Horrific prophecy. Goddamn Odin's ravens, they're everywhere. Everywhere. 51 of them.
Why did you have to get involved with the Wraithling King?
King Ephedran is not a Wraithling. It's just the name of his family.
But why does everybody believe that you bring bad luck?
I don't bring bad luck.
Come, perhaps that old woman over there knows the way to the fairy scholar. She can take us there in her wagon.
Wait, let me do the talking.
We'll just ask every random person we meet.
You're very talented with the lute.
Why, thank you. It's the tune for a loved one.
A loved one?
But tell me, please, who are you? And why are you tiptoeing around my camp?
Everybody's a bard. I can save right in the middle of a cutscene. I'm not gonna Nox Bluffer.
We come from Undergast, and we're traveling north to the Blood Barrier. This is Nuri, and I am Geron.
The Blood Barrier? What is your business there?
We're looking for a wise man. It's quite complicated. I can't explain the whole story.
That's okay. I'm not nosy. Just careful.
Greetings, Raven.
What dealings does the Raven have with you? You bringer of bad luck, Boron's envoy, you and your ilk. You have taken my loved one from me. Go away!
She definitely doesn't like the Raven.
Stay away from the messengers of Boron.
Wish I knew who Boron was.
And who are you?
Oh yes, I am Isilda, the Carney bride, but I'm a widow now.
What happened to your husband?
Oh, my dear Darian. He was a magnificent acrobat. I used to play the lute and sing while he was performing, but our act didn't earn us much of a living anymore. So he had the high rope set up higher than ever before.
You mean...
There were no last words, and no last wish I could foster in my heart.
That's... I know how you...
Never mind.
Well, that sucks. They told him a lie that he could raise the thing up really high and survive. And he fell for it. I'll be here all week.
Where are you headed?
I'm on my way to Andergast. You might know that the Queen of Nostria is eagerly awaited. I want to perform my arts at the town fair there. But now I have a broken wheel on my trailer, and I am stuck.
Boron is god of death and sleep. Fex is god of traitors and thieves. Okay.
Suppose I fix the wheel for you.
Good luck with that. It's all splintered.
Suppose...
Good luck.
We'd be much faster if we used the Carney's wagon. But you'd better avoid Andergast, Isilda.
How do you reckon? I'm not going back.
All of Andergast is full of crows. They're hassling the citizens and no one can do anything about them.
That sounds adventurous.
The town fair has been cancelled.
So, It would be useless for me to go there. I guess you've told the truth so far, but I'm still not completely convinced.
The raven. He came from the direction of Andergast. Perhaps he's a bad omen.
I don't want to have anything to do with this messenger of bad luck. I guess I'd better turn round, but my problem remains. As long as the wheel is broken, I'm stuck here.
Suppose
Good luck.
You could take us with you, northward. It's much safer to travel in a group.
As long as the wheel is broken. You can come back if you want to warm yourself up.
Okay, the wheel is broken. Got it.
She looks sad. How are you?
So. You can come back if you...
How do you feel about... Oh, all my stuff is gone. All I have is the knife? What did I do with my flute? You want a knife?
Sometimes I really have sinister thoughts. Don't you get too close to me, you hack. She just fixed this thing, like it was nothing out of the ordinary.
All my stuff is gone. The old man has finally lost his mind completely. I shall catch a fairy in the woods for him. Gwynley says her magic will help us break the bane of the crows, and he believes that the seer that was burnt 13 years ago is back and looking for that fairy too. As if I wasn't in enough trouble already. But if I refuse to do it, Gwynling isn't willing to help me with the crows. Bah, catch a fairy with a flute in a cage. Now I have to prove to her that I have a forest friend. Now making friends is not exactly my strong suit. The fairy is as tall as a human and complicated. I cannot catch her. Moreover, she can't leave her fairy gate. The magical water from the well keeps her alive. Blood on the stairs? What's going on? I have to get to Gwynling, but first I'll hide the fairy. Gwynling is dead. They ripped out his eyeballs, creatures of the seer, so this means the warlock is indeed still alive. And he's hunting for my fairy now. He needs her in order to fulfill his plan. Only she can play the mighty magic harp, which is supposed to bring Andergast's doom. But when I couldn't come up with something quickly, this problem threatened to resolve itself. The enraged Andergastians want to burn Nuri as a witch. And look, we moved on the map from here to here.
They say you shouldn't look into a fairy's face for too long. I hope she'll get tired at some point. Take a little rest. We still have a long way ahead of us.
How long?
I don't know. I never traveled very far. I hope everything will turn out all right.
Don't you worry. The Birdman will watch over us.
I don't trust this raven worth a farthing.
I'm not talking about the raven. I'm talking about the Birdman. He wears a colourful dress of plumes and is wrapped in stardust. And when he plays the flute, our hearts break from the yearning for distant places. It's the song of freedom, Garen. You just have to listen. It's so beautiful.
Birdman? You mean Arvis, the patron god of adventurers?
Wherever we go, he'll watch over us.
The Birdman. The Birdman will watch over us.
So you can fix things with a spell, yes?
It's not good when things are broken, but that's all I can do. Bigger spells drain too much energy from me when I'm not in the fairyland. I'd perish like a small, insignificant little flame.
But repairing things is definitely an option.
Yes, that's easy. It's similar to your breaking talent, but instead of imagining things smashed apart, you have to imagine the shards reassembling. Just tell me what you want me to fix, but all the components have to be present. So if a jug is broken into 7 shards, you'd have to have all 7 pieces. And then you'd have to say, I wish. The I wish part is very important.
Is it?
Nuri! Why do you trust the Raven?
He just wants to help us.
He doesn't have a reason to do that, and he keeps insulting me.
You're not making it easy to be nice to you. He is a good bird, and I believe he wants to prove that to himself by helping us. And you, Geron, will have to learn to trust someone. Not everyone is always against you.
I am a bird catcher. I'm not gonna trust a darn bird.
It's got a point.
What if the Birdman doesn't watch over us? What if something happens to us?
Stop it! You're making me all confused. I'm going to count the stars now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
By the gods, you can't mean that.
You should try for yourself. It will calm you down in a moment. 37.
There, you forgot one.
I like it much better like that.
Aren't you tired too?
Not one bit.
Okay.
I'll have a further look around.
Campfire.
Come, have a seat. You look exhausted.
I'm okay. I hope the fire doesn't lure wild beasts. Horses are almost as mysterious as fairies to me. Hey!
The truncated unicorn doesn't like Geron.
Unicorn?
No worries. My Ymra is as stoic as an oak.
Truncated unicorn?
Hey!
The truncated unicorn.
No, my...
Stoic as an oak, huh? The Raven.
A trailer with a skylight? I can't get into the trailer that way. Didn't you want to explore the surroundings, Raven?
It's late at night, and I'm not an owl, bonehead.
At least you could flutter around somewhere else for a change. You scared that old woman to death.
If that's what you want, I'm used to ingratitude.
Bye, Raven. Bank slope.
Just a moment. There's something lying there. Gwynling and I used to catch dragonflies on the bank slopes of Andra. He then proceeded to skewer them. Gwynling and I used... He then proceeded...
I got a piece of the wheel.
A broken wheel. Great. I can't make out much through the holes. Locked. If I break the lock, the puppeteer won't take us with her for sure.
I just want to know what happened to my damn flute. Thanks, Joe Deaver. Taking my flute.
A broken wheel. Great. It's nice that nobody's accusing me of having caused this damage for a change. Luckily, the axle is still intact. I can't get into the... A part of the...
Let's run all the way back around and then all the way back around again. Come get it, Garen. Well, I think I have all the parts. Wait, I don't need to do anything with the horse.
Good. I have all the parts. And now?
Well, it's pretty obvious what to do now. You get Nuri to fix it.
Nuri!
Oh.
I'll have a further look around.
I guess we don't do it through dialogue. I'll just use the broken cartwheel on her.
Now maybe Nuri can fix it. So you can fix things with a spell, yes?
Yes, that's easy. It's similar to your breaking talent, but instead of imagining things smashed apart, you have to imagine the shards reassembling, but all the components have to be present.
All the components are present.
I have to fix the wheel first. Now maybe new. So you can...
Yes, but all the
Okay, I don't understand. All the components are present.
They say... I hope... Nuri!
It's not letting me...
I'll have a further...
There's enough wood in the fire. You can let it burn down.
Already broken. How are you?
So. You can come back.
What am I supposed to do with these? Using the wheel on her brings up the conversation, but then she just has, you have to have all the parts.
A trailer with... I can't make it. Locked. Gwynling and I... He then... Good. I have all the parts. And now?
It says I have all the parts. Oh, look, it's in the UI now. Her repair spell is right here. So that's my spell and that's her spell. I don't have to talk to her at all. I can just use it right from the UI.
All right. I wish... Hey! Really very funny.
A nice wheel.
Oh, you can do magic?
Not much anymore.
Are you a druid's daughter?
No, I am Nuri Daranellavandra. Do you command magic?
Well, nothing like that. But I know a different kind of magic.
Really?
Darian and I were sometimes able to literally blind our audience. Watch out.
That's it?
Oh, such a beautiful, bright light.
Yeah, that was stunning. Oh my goodness, wow. Will I ever see again?
Do you always use this white powder for your magic?
What powder?
And it doesn't hurt you to summon light? Does the powder lessen your pain?
I really don't know what you're talking about.
So it hurts her to use her magic. She mentioned that before.
I hope her magic doesn't only last till sunrise. Nuri!
Wait, no.
I'll have a further look around.
I guess I'll just go take it back over here and put it on the axle. Done.
I hope her magic... It holds. Wonderful. So the fairy is not completely useless after all. Hey!
The truncated unicorn doesn't...
No, my...
Alright, I fixed the wheel. So...
The wheel is back on the axle. Would you agree to give us a ride for a while now?
You have fixed the wagon, and by Travia, I can use a little company. Here are the keys to the trailer. I'll stay at the campfire a little while longer.
Keys to the trailer.
That's the first time someone ever trusted me with one of these.
Hot key.
I still need it.
Hot knife.
It's impossible to cut that. I hope the fire doesn't lure... How are you?
So-so. You can come back if...
Nuri!
No.
I'll have a further look around.
So there's still... It seems like something I'm supposed to do with the horse.
Horses are almost as
And the skylight.
A trailer with a skylight? I can't get in.
Alright, well she gave me the key to the trailer door.
Let's go in. This was a nice day.
Oh yeah, like hell it was. I won the oak leaf challenge.
What are we going to do next?
We'll sleep.
Look. This is the white powder the wrinkly woman used to summon the glistening white light.
Wrinkly woman.
I saw her throwing it into the fire.
Don't touch that. Who knows what it is?
I'll sleep in the bed. You can have the rug.
Huh? What? What was that? That came from outside.
No, nobody was here.
Oh,
She's
shit.
lying.
Regrettable.
He who speaks lies shall hold his tongue.
Please, believe me. There's no one here besides me.
Oh yes, they are here.
She's trying to lead us up the garden path. She'll have to tell us where they are.
Please, I can't tell you anything else.
In that case, we can't leave her unscathed.
Will you go away?
Time flows fast in this world.
Lives are shortened all the time. They are here, and we will find them.
Yeah, where could they be? Definitely not in that wagon right there.
Two strange figures are looking for us. They don't know where we are yet, but they're threatening Isidore.
Oh no. We must help her.
I have to distract the creatures somehow, or chase them off.
Right. Well, I will distract them by looking carefully at every single thing in this wagon.
Perhaps I can go outside via the roof. If I go out now, they'll find us. I hope this doesn't lead to the realm of the dead.
Go hide behind the curtain. I'll distract them.
No! This measly piece of wood won't hold those creatures off for long. Those creatures want to take Nuri. I have to get her out of here.
We must help Isidore.
Stay at the door.
Mask
The
cauldron.
powder. Perhaps the magic powder will help us. We might as well give up before we decide to lock ourselves in here.
There's puppets back there. And a bunch of other shit.
If I go out now, they'll find us. If I go out...
Oh, I just took this ladder.
I hope this doesn't lead to the realm of the dead. A cleaning rag. I'd rather have a sword. A cleaning rag. I'd rather have a sword.
Who's that?
Some made-up characters. Why should I care?
Maybe they'll help us. The middle one looks like the king of the imps.
It is I, King of the Imps!
They'd only slow me down. Who's still making puppets out of clay? It's hollow. They'd only slow me down. The door stays closed. Who's still making puppets? I'd rather not. I could seal the opening of the neck with the rag, but why would I want to do that? I'd rather not.
Skywriting magic.
We must help Isidore.
Stay at the door. You say she used this white powder to summon a bright light, right?
What powder?
She's so out of it.
I'm not touching the stuff with my bare hands. Maybe. No. I hope the powder does what it's supposed to.
I filled the puppet's head with the
I hope the powder does... I could seal the opening of the neck with the rag. Now nothing's trickling out anymore.
Hurry!
Now nothing...
Plugged puppet head.
I'm not touching...
We must help.
Stay at the door. The door stay...
Go hide behind. I'll distract.
No! They'd only slow...
Who's that?
Some...
Maybe they'll help. The middle one looks like the king of the imps.
We might as well give up.
So what if I put the ladder up to the skylight? Then I can climb up and throw this into the fire. And it's like a grenade.
She's wasting time.
They are here, and we will find them.
No! No! Ah!
They killed her, just like that.
They killed her?
The creature is coming to the coach box. I have to get us out of here.
What happened to Isidore?
She's all right. She fled.
But her cry.
The creatures injured her, but then they let her go.
But...
And then she ran off into the woods. Nuri, we have to go now. They'll kill us.
Ah! Geron!
What happened to throwing the thing in the fire and...
Those creatures want to take Nuri. I have to get her out of here. Stay at the door. The door stays closed. This measly... What are those creatures? I'd better lay low. If I go out now, then I have to get...
Well, maybe I can still throw it into the fire from here.
What are those creatures? I'd better lay low. Horses are all...
Arnie.
They killed her, just like that. She's dead. I should grab a log and burn out their eyes. But first I'll look for other solutions. I'd better lay low. Too far away.
Okay, so let's say I take this and I chuck it in here.
Fex be with me.
What was that? I'll go investigate.
It didn't work.
Fuck. It didn't work?
Why didn't it shatter?
Oh, I can use my
That
magic.
should have worked.
I can use my magic. Okay, it's fine.
Make yourself useful for once.
Nice. I thought that might scare the horse and have the horse start running off, but that's not what happened.
The creatures seem to be scared of light. I should grab a... But first I'll look... She's dead. Horses are all out of reach.
Gotta go back in. Maybe I can... You have anything to say?
Stay at the door.
I can't get more magnesium.
I'm not touching...
Maybe I can go out the back now. Hey, Annie! Welcome back. Annie salt doo 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 doo. Annie salt doo 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 doo. Annie salt doo 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 doo. Annie salt. What's going on? I was thinking it would scare the horse and the horse would run off, dragging the cart with it, and we'd be all good. But I need to do something to this other one somehow. Oh, there's a brake. I just have to release the brake. Oh, and a horse whip. Okay.
The brake is still blocking the wheel.
Hurry up!
I have to spur on the horse.
Geron!
I'm working as fast as I can. I have to spur on the horse. There. Now, quickly. It's already loose. It's already loose.
Now I can whip... I don't want to whip the horse, but I guess I have to.
I can do it, Nuri.
Geron!
I can do it.
I think we made it. I think we did it. Oh shit, it got inside. Okay, she could have done that the whole time. Why don't we lead with your fucking deadly light magic?
Fate that drove him forth. The seer had sought them out. For the moment, they had been able to escape, but the creatures would never stop chasing them. Who could help them now? When the seer's harp sounds, Andergast will perish, Gwendling said. And the fairy is the key.
The fairy is the key.
Geron had to find out more about these things. The fairy scholar was his only hope.
At least now we have our own wagon and horse.
He was deeply convinced of that. Even his darkest dreams didn't reveal what woe this decision would soon befall his hometown.
But you can always get a new hometown.
Any differently, had he known?
Where
Are you really better now?
Stop asking all the time. I'm not staying in the wagon. I've been in there for days. And those pale men stopped chasing us a while ago.
All right, but we'll have to talk about your magic at some point.
Look! A human!
What am I doing here?
Why does that suddenly say on the run? Is that the name of the chapter or something? Alright, so we've come to a new area. Night Wraithling.
How often have I dreamt of wearing a coat of arms like this myself?
Why? You're ugly.
Nuri!
This particular young maiden displays an interesting sense of humor.
She seems to have recovered from her breakdown. The link between the wheels is missing. It's also impossible to move the wheel. Someone has removed the crank handle. Great. A voice in my dreams tells me that I'll spell doom for all, and suddenly a bird of death starts following me.
How's the novelist? Good. I finished it. It was pretty good.
There are engravings on the bell. A lone dwarf in battle with a pack of orcs.
Pack of orcs, huh?
Wonberries. Their bitter blue juice has healing properties.
Healing properties, eh?
How often have I... Nuri!
This...
Nobody home.
Graham is home. He just went into hiding.
Talk to the Raven.
Raven, after being a good scout for us these last few days, Nuri has asked me to be nicer to you.
What do you think? Will you be able to do that?
I'll try. How about you?
We'll see.
We were able to escape the Seer's creatures and have come a long way. Fate might smile on us favorably. Now we're back in charge.
Well. Fate. What do you think that is? Fate.
The will of the gods.
And you think you can bend the will of the gods to fit your agenda?
No.
No, but he who firmly believes in his goals will be helped by the gods.
I'm sure that's what Isilda thought too.
She did nothing to deserve your sarcasm.
All I'm trying to say is, no one ever escapes from Satinav's boundless gaze.
Who's Satinav?
Tell me more about Satinav.
He's known by many names. The 13-horned, the irresistible, the helmsman of the Barge of Time. He once was a mighty magician, or even a demigod. The gods chained him to the Barge of Time because he tried to be the master over his own future.
They say the gods don't like people to determine their own fate.
Like Satinav, we mortals are chained to time.
In that case, I will have to break those chains.
Good luck with that.
Have you seen if those demons are still following us?
Didn't you shake them off?
I think I did. I could be wrong, though. They are mighty creatures of the Seer.
I didn't see anyone following us on my scouting flights.
Good.
But that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Don't start raining on my parade. I'll have a further look around.
They're not really that mighty. You kind of defeated one just by putting a little magnesium in a doll's head.
Here in the mountains, a bell like this will scare the birds for miles around.
Interesting.
Strange contraption.
The owner of the yard doesn't seem to be satisfied with a simple pull rope.
Listen. How are you doing?
I am sad that Isilda is gone. I hope these terrors will come to an end soon.
That's why we're looking for the fairy scholar, to prevent worse things from happening. What kind of magic was that you saved us with?
That was the power of the moonlight. It is like fire to the sad fairies. It burns them.
Sad fairies?
What do you mean, sad fairies?
I felt that they once were just like me.
And now they are sad?
Sure. If fairies lose their command over magic, they don't die but get consumed by darkness instead. Then they're sad and will never be able to laugh again.
To me, they seemed like mean fiends who have Isida's blood on their hands.
They're sad nonetheless. Believe me.
Why do those mean fairies serve the Seer?
You must have put a spell on them. And please stop talking about this subject. It's making me sad.
Your magic is fatal, even for you, isn't it? You almost got burned by it yourself.
I didn't want you to die.
Thank you, Nuri.
What are we going to do now?
We need some gear before we can move on.
That's all right. I can do with a little rest.
Very well. Let's carry on later.
Okay.
Why must everything always be out of reach?
Futile, my boy. That's a dwarf's job.
Hey, Raven, could you go get me a one berry? He's not.
Raven? Nuri thinks that the seer's creatures were wicked fairies. How come he's got such a strong relation to fairies?
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Does he plan to make her a wicked fairy as well?
Possibly.
Alright,
let's talk to this weird guy.
How often have I... Nuri!
This but...
Hail Rondra, Sir Knight. Could you kindly tell us where we are?
This is the Thash mountain range.
Thash? So the blood barrier is not far off?
It is but a short distance for a travelling knight. For a farm boy and a maiden, it might prove quite a journey.
I am no farmer.
My maiden, you should seek protection from a proper man in these dangerous surroundings.
What kind of a man?
I am Bogomil Rathling, Knight of Andergast. At your service, fair maiden.
Alright, stop laughing about everything randomly.
Nuri. This is my friend Geron.
Nuri it is. What an extraordinary name.
What business does a Knight of Andergast have in the Thash Mountains?
The king put me in charge of observing the orc tribes of the Blood Barrier.
You have travelled through the Blood Barrier?
Of course, but now I have to return to Andergast. There has been some unrest amongst the Tolokai. I have to report to King Efferdan immediately.
Did you run into an explorer in the Blood Barrier, near a red lake?
Red Lake? No, but if he came from the south, he must have been through here.
What kind of big bell is that in the tower?
That's a storm bell. During the Orcan storm, when old Wendelin was still king, it was sounded to warn the lumberjacks in the vicinity of the pilfering hordes. Believe me, my boy, it could wake anyone from their sleep when it was still in working order.
What kind of...
That's during...
We need some gear. A rope, blankets, provisions, everything that can be of use.
Usually you can get those things from Graham, but the old pighead hides in his house and doesn't make a sound. I wouldn't trust that cutthroat anyway. Do you hear that, Graham? You are a cutthroat.
Who's Graham?
Why does this Graham hide anyway?
The stupid ox won't admit that I am right.
Right?
Right. He refuses to pay the dues he owes me.
What dues?
He's responsible for the death of my horse. Gave him spoiled fodder, so he died miserably. I'm in a hurry, but by foot alone I won't get far.
Why don't you buy this horse and carriage from us?
What use is Akani's trailer to me? But you can leave me your hack. What are you asking for it?
I'm not really sure.
Make up your mind about the price. Then I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
Rondra be with you, Sir Knight.
And with you.
Okay, so this little gnome that lives in here, or whatever...
Futile, my boy. That's a dwarf's job.
Nobody home.
Graham is home. He just went into hiding.
Right, I have to ring the bell to wake him up to get him to... We got some one berries up there. All I have is my knife yet again.
Not a single berry is falling down, as always. Clay, glass, but not this thing. Why should I try to cause more damage? Listen.
Ideas?
Let's carry on later. Raven? I'll have a further look around.
Raven can't help us now. Kinda trashed in here.
I wish Nuri had never found this thing. At least the music has revived her spirits.
Staff of Bells. We have a new instrument.
I wish Nuri... Well, it's... At least the music has... I can't cut that up. The lid makes a perfect bowl. I should keep it. I'll just take it all. The lid makes a perfect... I should... An elixir against fading hair. Twirly moustache guy in the picture must have had a sip too much of it. Gwynling taught me how to lure fairies with music. He should have also taught me how to get rid of them again.
Drumsticks. Oh, we're about to start a whole band.
Gwynling taught me. He should have... An elixir twirly. Nuri's Queen of the Winds has once again defeated the King of the Imps and his wicked brother. Never again will the puppeteer tell this story, and that's my fault. Maybe I really am a bad luck charm. It's easier to steer a draft horse than I thought, as long as you have a fairy with you who tells the horse what you want.
Now I've got rain.
It's easier to steer as long as you have... Never again, and that's maybe I... The puppeteer... I can't cut that.
Okay, well, I collected a bunch of stuff from inside here. And I think... we'll figure out what to do with it in our next episode. If you're watching the stream, don't go anywhere. I'm not done streaming. If you're watching on YouTube, this episode is now over. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays The Dark Eye Chains of Satinav.